All right, so welcome back, everyone. For all of those of you out there in the world that are watching this video, um, there's something that doesn't want you to hear what I'm about to say, because this is the fourth time I have to start this video, and I was parked here, what I thought was it's just usually my private spot, and a car parked right next to me here, and then right when I started the third time, a car pulled up and parked right here, and then through my rearview mirror, I keep seeing people like walking by, walking their dogs down here, and it's super dark down here. I don't know why people are down here. But yeah, it's just the vibe is off, but this used to be my spot. Anyways, there's something that does not want me to speak today, and it's been a while since I put this since I posted on YouTube. So, um, you know, yeah, it's there's some forces going on that are what I'm about to say is going to either it's gonna cause some of you to have to think and reflect about this, and other people you're going to know what I'm talking about right away, like understand and maybe resonate with it as well. Uh, but I encourage both, the best of both worlds. If you like my videos, you understand what I'm saying, or you're um you're chosen by God, therefore what I'm talking about, um then you already know. But if maybe you don't, I welcome that as well, because there's a lot of people on the spiritual journey that don't know why things have happened to them, and it's because they were chosen by God. So this is to help you learn about yourself and how there's entities out there that just want to tear you down. So anyway, to get on with the video, what I'm trying to say today, all right, I drove to this quiet spot. It's kind of far from where I live too, but this is one of my favorite spots to have some peace and quiet. And before I started this video, I started preparing myself for this message I'm going to speak about. And that message is that um we really need to wake up from the slumber, wake up from the sleep that we're doing, that we've been living in for such a long time. Here's the thing. I could sit here and talk about being in the Matrix and how to get out of it, but I think a lot of people out here already know what the Matrix is. A lot of us have seen that movie, that old movie. But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say here is that there's a spiritual matrix where I am slowly pulling myself. I'm still in the physical world matrix right now, the secular world. But on the spiritual side, I'm slowly pulling myself out of the spiritual matrix, which is what institutions have used to put us in boxes and to keep us believing certain things that we need to listen to our divinely guided intuition, because the universe speaks to us. And if you're like me, you know what I'm speaking about right now. You know how this works. That's what I'm trying to say. So, what is my whole point right now here? All you need is you, and you need to go deep inside yourself. And you may be asking, what does that mean? How do I do that? Well, you need to wake up from the sleep that life is just about working and getting money and having a family and in relationships, or whatever sexual orientation, or whatever your background is, or your ethnicity, your race, or gender. Doesn't matter. And it looks like the overhead light turned off, so that just proved my point. um um and 434, as I said that, I looked up 434 right when the light turned off. But anyway, look, everywhere you go, everywhere I go as well, you're gonna see people push ideals on you, and it sounds insignificant when I'm saying it, but let me give you some perspective. You're going to have your parents, your friends, the people that you're your roommates and or your relationship partner, or, whoever they are. They will all try to feed you ideas and worldviews when they see that when they see that you're holding up a mirror to their own worldview, and that makes them feel uncomfortable. So they're going to start feeding you, like trying to convert you, like convert you to what they want, to what they believe. And that's the secular matrix, what I just talked about. And that you have to get a job and go, get this and do that and achieve in status and look good and be fake and not be authentic and die to your, and be selfish and, don't respect your body, do all sorts of stuff to it. And that's a secular matrix. Now, on that same group of people, your family, your friends, your partners, your roommates, your people that at the church you go to, the people at your school, your university, or your uni, they're going to push something else on you as well. Your professors, that's called the spiritual matrix, all right? And what I mean by that is that your church will always tell you to believe this and recite this prayer and believe in and have faith about certain things. For example, I'll just give you an example here based on my religion. Have faith that Jesus rose on the third day. He's the Son of God. No one goes to the Father except through him. And that in the communion, his body and blood are transubstantiated from bread and wine to body and blood. Now, that is all fine and good. I agree with that, and I firmly believe that is my faith. I'm not being blasphemous or trying to be a heretic right now. I'm using this as an example. What I'm trying to say is that we can still, since we are sent from God, we are divine, all we need is us. And if we believe those things, we believe that all we need is ourselves to believe in Jesus and try and get to heaven and go through the Father through Jesus. We don't need these outward churches and these outward ceremonies and rituals to bring us to Jesus so we can get to God, right? And that's one of my whole points of the spiritual matrix, is that I'm slowly pulling myself out of that spiritual matrix, because I don't know what to tell you guys, but as the months have gone on, I'm just changing, all right? My mind, my body as well. Everything is changing. Like, this sounds really cliche, but I'm not the same man I was 8, 9, 10 months ago. I'm not. And maybe the same thing is for you. Maybe you've been going through a journey, especially when you're chosen by God. And right as I said that, a little spider is crawling on my windshield. See, they want to listen too. But that's another synchronicity. You might be finding a lot of birds and bugs everywhere you go. You might be driving at a stoplight and the bird just like sits right where you are pulled up, stopped, you know what I'm saying? And so that could be a sign of synchronicity. And right as I said that, it looks like somebody just got into their car next to me. And yeah, it's just kind of like trying to make me stop the video again. But I didn't stop the video this time because I've gone too far in. We're like 9 minutes in, and I'm not going to cut it just because I don't want to cause a disturbance out here. Because people will freak out over everything. So back as I was trying to say is that I've changed, and as I slowly pulling myself out of this spiritual matrix right now, what's really cool is that I am done being fed the lies that everyone's telling me. I'm done being lied to by the church, and it's not the church, but it's ministers. I'm done being lied to by my parents. I'm done being lied to by the media. and by articles and stuff that I've, because if you're chosen like me, you like to research things and look things up, and I've learned a lot of things about that, but I've also learned what not to believe and what to avoid. And I'm just done being lied to, guys. That's what I'm trying to say here is I'm done being lied to. Like, I'm at a point right now where I have to break off and continue this journey alone, meaning that I can no longer, yes, I converse with my family, I associate with them, but I just can't let them influence me anymore. And I cannot let the church I go to, I can't let them influence me anymore. And like I said, I'm not trying to be a heretic. I'm not trying to be blasphemous or anything. I'm not at all. I firmly believe all those things. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe the Son of God. I believe that his body and blood before from bread and wine. Like, I believe those things. I believe in the sacraments. Well, maybe except for marriage, but because even then, Catholic marriages still can go under. I heard that a lot. It's happened within my family, friends as well. So I believe those things, and I'm not telling you what to believe or not to believe. I'm just letting you know we need to wake up and we need to start being very careful because it's all a lie. It's part of, like I said, there's a secular matrix and there's the spiritual matrix. And since church and state are separate, that's how I came up with that conclusion that the world, if the world can't come at you from a secular side and material side, they'll switch gears, they'll switch over into the spiritual and like tell you these, like, do this meditation, do that. Oh yeah, do this for your well-being, do that. So you can still be part of the physical matrix. If you take care of yourself good enough, you can still be out here and want all these goods and materials and status and be fake and inauthentic. So see my point here is that the world is very smart. The world is deviously smart, meaning that they're smart and they'll use it against you. So I encourage you to try and process what I'm saying. If you need to think about it, think about it. But yes, there are two matrices in this society, all right? If they can't attack you from the spiritual, they'll attack you from the material. And if they can't, if they see that you left the spiritual realm, they like that, and they'll of course, like, you're completely of the world now. So like I just said, they'll attack you through the material. But if if people find out who you are and that you're not that person and that you're inauthentic, you're authentic and you don't care about fitting in, and then they will come at you from a whole nother game plan saying that, oh, good for you. Yeah, we're gonna teach you this. We're gonna make sure that we get these points and principles across so that you can still function in the society because now you're woke apparently. Like, don't fall for that lie either. That's why I'm making this video, in fact, because I'm trying to tell you actually what is really going on and that everyone's lying to you just as they've lied to me, and that you need to continue this journey alone because you have everything you need inside. So yeah, having said that, once I get this video up, probably will be sometime late tonight, maybe tomorrow. But that's what I have to say today is that yeah, people will do whatever they can to just keep you trapped, and they'll do that however means necessary. So, the only way to avoid all that is to completely be self-sufficient in your thoughts and your actions and your words, and do not be swayed by other people. I forget what great man said this. There was a philosopher, I think, but he said that if they don't have the life you want, do not listen to them. And people have been telling me things. I've been like, you guys are telling me this. Y'all are saying this, but you all don't have the life I want. My people in my family, for example, I'm like, I haven't said this to them because it's going to cause a lot of problems. So that's another thing is we can't even have conversations with our families. But I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not going to listen to you, not because I'm prideful, not because, I know better than you, not because have animosity towards you. It's very simple. I don't listen to you simply because, like that philosopher said, y'all don't have the life I want. I see y'all are miserable. Not you, my friends. I'm talking about people in my life, personally, close to me. Um, I see how they're all miserable, and they want me to be miserable too. No. So, I hope this helped you today. Um, yeah, that's all I got for now. Take care.